Welcome back guys to another Zero DTE video, and today Ernie's going to be talking about unpredictable markets, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, check out the link in the description where you can find Ernie's education platform. Enjoy guys.
From the high at the beginning of 2022 to its low, which was, I think, about a 24% move down, we experienced extreme volatility up and down. We had, 5 different major up and down moves. And then off of that, we also had a bunch of up and down moves up until about, I think, March of 2023, where everything seemed to start coming to some fruition, where they had not raised interest rates for a while. And then everybody started to talk about when they were going to cut rates. And then the Fed kept on floating the idea that they were going to be cutting rates soon. And that news went on since June of last year. And then we had some bad economic news that gave us a setback from the summer to the fall of last year. And then since November, that's been the new news, that they're going to cut rates up to 6 times. And so the market has been going up on that news. I think that's what the market's going up on. What else? They keep on hinting to it and then pulling back, and then hinting and then pulling back. Interest rates kept falling, but now they're no longer falling. I'm just trying to reconstruct and try to make some sense of it. But the Fed keeps on saying they get this 2% target, but I don't think anybody thinks that they're ever going to hit a 2% target. I don't understand what 2% means anyways. Like it's some magic number. It doesn't mean anything. But now it appears as if, I think inflation went up as high as almost 9%. And then it pulled back to about 3.5%. And that's where it stopped. It's bottomed. That was a big pullback, but still prices haven't come down. Overall, we've probably received since early 2022, when inflation shot way up, our standard of living has gone down and prices generally are about 25% higher than they were 2 years ago. And they're still going higher at albeit a slower rate. So people are still hurting from that. The government can come out all they want and say, oh, inflation's under control. Yeah, our standard of living has already been cut by 25%. And now we have this pretense or promise or something that they're going to now cut rates and monetary policy is going to loosen up and everything's going to be good again and money's going to be flowing again. I think that Wall Street is delusional. That's what they want to hear. And if they don't get it, they're going to throw a tantrum. And I think they're getting to that point where they're about to throw a tantrum. And that might be the frothiness that we're seeing. I don't know. Can you come up with a scenario where you think that everything will be great and then the market will just keep on shooting up? We're just being dragged along with this narrative. And I guess you can complicate that with the politics and everything else. It's just a sticky, messy, fake market right now. That is,
yeah, it's weird. If you look at the market from a weekly basis, it's only had 2 down weeks since October. It's just like every week's an up week now. We're losing a sense of gravity here. Things are just floating upward. You called it right. What'd you call it?
Yeah, I actually called the melt up from March 2023. I said, when we broke out of that 4,200 level, if you go back in the Discord, you'll see that's where I called it. I said, we're going to melt up from here.
Yep, I see it right there. Yeah. And then we had that one downturn.
Yeah, we had the one downturn because
in July to October. And then, but from there, it's just been like a number of green candles is just something I've never seen before. And then only 2 reds, and one of them was only a slight down.
Yeah, you can go back for a long time. I don't remember too many markets quite like that. But I guess you could say coming out of the pandemic, it was like that. But after that, it started to pull back on a regular basis. And it was good. That V bottom, I guess, is understandable. But plus, they injected, what, $6 or $7 trillion into the market?
But even coming out of the pandemic, it went up at a really good rate. Week to week, it was up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, along that way up. So it gave you a lot better opportunity.
It was like every second week or every 10 days, there was a pullback. That was a dream to trade, but that's not what we have now. I think that's the strategy, and that is to trade less, try to find a little bit more volatility by extending our session a little bit more and put a little bit further out of the money and just be patient.
Thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button below. If there's any questions that you might have for Coach Ernie, make sure you leave them in the comment section. Thanks guys.